Welcome to vlog number 3, where I show a little bit behind the scenes of what Mark and I have been up to, both personal and reselling. Welcome to our channel. Mark and I are resellers on eBay and Mercari and Poshmark, but mostly eBay. I didn't have a lot of FaceTime in my daily videos this time, so this is how you're going to see me throughout the video. Because I don't know about you, but if you're a woman and you are working, doing inventory and sorting and organizing, do you wear full makeup? I don't. Not that I wear a lot of makeup, but I most certainly put on some when I do videos. That reminds me of a time when we first moved here about 5 years ago, and I was on the phone talking to my mom, and I said, "You know, Mom, I'm really not wearing any makeup anymore." And she said, "Oh, Vicky, don't let yourself go." But Mom, I don't know anybody here. Oh my goodness. And it makes me think, do women sometimes wear makeup just for who they might run into? Or do you really wear makeup just for yourself? And when the big C happened and we started wearing masks, well, nobody could see what we look like anyway, right? Except maybe our eyes. So that's why you're not seeing a lot of FaceTime throughout this video. So you're going to end up with this mug throughout the video. We accomplished a lot of things this week. We got a lot of things organized. We got my desk set up. And watch all the way to the end because I'm going to talk about that sale that I mentioned in my last vlog where the buyer wanted to be refunded before she returned the item. Yep. It's an interesting story. It has an interesting twist to it. And I hope you do watch all the way to the end because I think there's something to be learned from everything that happens in reselling. So let's get started. Vlog number 3. Do you remember in my first vlog when we went to Goodwill in Bristol, Tennessee, and I found this? I found something for myself, something I never buy, but this crystal dish, gorgeous. They're asking $5.99, so I bought myself a gift today. I thought I'd show you how I decorated with it. No, I didn't put anything in it. It is just beautiful all by itself. And I paired it with a print that I found at the Goodwill for one of my favorite places, the Exchange Place in Kingsport, Tennessee. And I brought my Tiffany style lamp out of my office and put it on the foyer table, and I just absolutely love it. It makes me feel so good. It's that time of year when I need to go through all my Christmas boxes. You know, box number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got a Christmas miscellaneous, and then I've got another box here we're going to work on. So what the plan is to go through these and move some items. Now, these items are not numbered like my other ornaments that I showed you in one of my previous vlogs. These are just in my phone under the SKU and under the box number, Xmas, BB1, etc. So I just confirmed when I got on my phone that I can edit the custom SKU label on my phone. So for everything I move here, I need to update the SKU. So of course I'm going to try to move as few things as possible, but at the same time, I think I'm going to put single ornaments into these tubs that I like, these tubs with the handles and the clear tote. I get these at Target, and put single ornaments in there. So that's what I'm working on today. We'll see how it goes. I'm working on moving single ornaments into this tote. And as you can see, I have it numbered 200. That's inside. 200 to 220 and orange. And then I started my little note sheet here to show what numbers are used and which numbers are not. So I can assign these numbers to single ornaments. My whole purpose in doing this is to move and condense and free up room for empty boxes that I can add stuff to this year. So I pulled some single ornaments because that's what I'm looking for, single ones, and I will look up each one, put a description in my phone, and assign a number to it, and then put it in this tote. Next, I'm going to show you on my phone, yes, on my phone, even though I'm videoing with it right now, I'm going to show you how to update on eBay a custom SKU label. I'm on my phone in eBay in the active listings, and in the search bar, I type Angel Green and search. And then I look through my green angels and I found it, the small angel Christmas figure. I click on it and choose Revise Listing. Next, I click on the pencil icon next to Item Specifics And I don't know why, but I have to scroll all the way to the bottom to the custom SKU. You can see it used to say BB for Banker Box Xmas number 2. I open that and delete some of the information in there and change it to number 216 and hit done. Scroll to the bottom to revise it and hit done again. And it's updated. 216. Some of these are small figures and some are Christmas ornaments. 217, Betty Boop, into this box it goes. And then I check off that I have an ornament here for 217. Oh, and I put 216 in there too. We've been building this box with soft plush items from Santas to angels to a vintage apron and things. And now I'm going to add an NFL Santa. You know, he's not completely plush, but I think he'll go in there just fine. He's a figure. Remember, these items aren't numbered. They just go by the box number. Box number, well, it's on the other side, but box number is 6. But they don't have individual numbers. We made a tremendous amount of progress today. You can see we've pretty much filled up these first boxes here, 6 of them. We've got a partial one and a partial here, and we eliminated, I think, 2 boxes so far. So we're going to put some lids on these and put them back on the shelf. You light up my life. Yes, he does. I'll show you. We are in the process of installing, or I should say, not us, but Mark is in the process of installing new lights for us in our eBay area. And this one has a dimmer on it, which I think will work out handy, especially if I'm working late at night or doing videos and I just need some softer light.
The color temperatures, that's soft white. I think they call this bright white. So then this setting is daylight, is supposed to be about 5,000 lumens.
Yeah, we like daylight. We like daylight bulbs. We use those everywhere.
Yeah. It's going to wind up there.
I hope so. I hope you don't let it dangle like the other one that we have.
So we got to stuff the wires up in the hole and get the light up on the ceiling and twist it on the bracket.
I am so lucky to have a handy hubby. Before we change both lights out, I want you to see the difference between this one, how that's daylight, and this one, which has a kind of a grayish yellow cast. And yes, we have good bulbs in it, but still, this is much better. And it has a nightlight feature. And to do that, we go off, on. See, it just glows around the outside. I know someone's going to ask me, so I'll just insert here. The brand is Hampton Bay, not sponsored. The style is Clement. They're 13-inch LED color-changing flush mount lights. Now, they are almost like a direct spotlight. Unlike the other style of light, it's not reflecting up and off the ceiling. Instead, it reflects just down and around. There's an Amazon link in the description below the video if you're interested. Next up are a couple of tips on how to ship some jewelry and flat pattern leaflets, because you never know when you might sell jewelry or a pattern leaflet. And just know very soon in February, I will be back to my regular videos, sort of, because I'm going to keep the vlog on Thursday. The vlog is going over better than I expected, and I'm very happy about that, and I appreciate all your comments. So yes, on Thursdays I'm going to release a vlog, and then I'm going to randomly throughout the week release other videos on shop and hauls or pack and ship or what sold. So if you have not subscribed, and more importantly, ring that little bell icon and ask for YouTube to notify you every time I upload a video. Only a small portion of you have done that, and so I think you're missing out on some of my videos. But we have more to do here, so keep watching. I have a tip for when you list jewelry. You can see I have a tray here of jewelry. I have a bag here that I numbered 0429 1 through 042920. What does that mean? It means that on April 29th of last year, I'm not really concerned about the year at this stage, I listed 20 pieces of jewelry. And in that bag were all these little bags of jewelry. So what I'm doing, since I sold a pair, is I'm looking for 0429-9, these Monet earrings, 2 pair. And they sold on offer for $15 plus shipping. I have a piece of foam that I picked up at the craft store, I think actually the Dollar Tree. I'm going to put the earrings on here. My hands won't work today. The hoop ones are a little more challenging. like so. I'm going to cut this to just what I need and wrap these. And you can use bubble wrap or foam or whatever you'd like, or tissue paper. I'm just going to use this foam wrap and roll these. Give it a little piece of tape. I'm going to cut this back a little bit on the end and tape this, kind of looking inside and cutting it back just slightly. It's a little too wide. I have a little pouch now. You know, you need the envelope large enough to add your label and large enough, thick enough to qualify for tracking. So I have these little cardboard pillows that I use. You can find a link for these in the description below the video. And I just put it in here. Thank you label on here. And I could tape the ends. I might just put a little piece of tape so they don't pop open. It comes with string, but I don't like to use the string. So I have this little pillow that will go in here and it will slide around. I know you're going to think this is probably a lot, but to keep it from crushing, I'm going to put a little air pillow in here. And I always cut off this excess tab, the second tab that eBay puts on their padded envelopes. All right, and I will tape this down. All these steps, right? Just to make sure everything goes smoothly in the mail. And then I write the first and last initial of the buyer and the state it's going to make sure it gets the right mailing label. All right, it's ready to go in the mail. You know that you cannot put tracking on flat envelopes like this unless they're 100% unbendable. And I don't know, there's all kinds of hoops you have to jump through. So when I sell patterns, I put a half sheet of large 1/2-inch bubble wrap, yes, large bubble wrap so it's thick, and I put that in here. That beefs up the envelope so it will qualify for tracking on the label. Otherwise, they could reject it or charge you more. And tracking costs far more when you pay for it separately. Not a lot today. A few things.
Winds and frequent lightning, heavy rain over the next little bit.
We've got a heavy storm going on, as you heard, in Kingsport, Tennessee. We're hoping that we get to the post office before power goes out. And we have to go downtown still because they still haven't opened up our local post office. And we have to park further away to get in the door. So yeah, not a great day to be out and running to the post office. Surprise, surprise, we get to park up close today. This next section gets a little technical, but I really hope you watch it because I ran into some major problems with the custom SKU label on eBay. I discovered something that's not working, and it affected almost 200 of my listings. So I'm going to take you through a tutorial time as I say, and show you what I discovered about the custom SKU label, what was working, what wasn't working, and my workaround. And I did report this to eBay, but I would love for you to comment if you're having this issue too. And I would love for you to test this out to see if it's happening to you too. This wasn't bulk editing. This was editing listings one by one. So please watch all the way through this because I don't want you to lose your custom SKU. Don't get skewed like we almost did. Well, we did until I discovered the issue. I want to show you an issue that I discovered that's happening on eBay right now, at least for me. The second one here for these 2-piece hand-blown glass Christmas ornaments in Angel and Dove. In the custom SKU, it has the date and it says Christmas shelf. The only thing is I moved it yesterday and I assigned it a new number and put it in one of my totes, but it didn't show up. I did all this on my desktop, my laptop, and the change is not showing up. So my inventory to find this item is wrong. And this has happened to a couple hundred items. So what I discovered today is that if it has a little edit button here, let's see, maybe it will work. But the thing is, I actually went into this edit to the left to edit the listing. This happens to be number 241, submit. Okay, it did change here. The thing is, it should work this way. Click edit, open a new link. I should be able to change it here. So let me just add the word test and go down and revise it. And let's go back and see if it updates. I just did a refresh. I'll refresh again in the upper left-hand corner, and it is not updating through the edit button. And it should, it really should. So beware if you're doing updates through this edit It is not working right now on a desktop or laptop, etc. Now I'm going to jump over on my phone and show you where to update this on your phone. On my phone in the search bar, I typed Angel Dove. That brought up the listing. I clicked on the listing, chose Revise, went to the pencil icon, and went all the way down to find the custom SKU, opened that up, and added the word test, chose done, revise it, and done. And you can see here on my phone, it accepted the word test, so it worked. So as you saw there, I just updated it on my phone and put the word test in here. Let's refresh this screen. And on my desktop, my laptop, you can see it's also there. But using the edit feature wasn't working. I don't know why. So I'm just giving you this information as a heads up, and to test it for yourself, and please leave a comment and let me know. We always make use of our leftovers, and we had some leftover skinless smoked kibasi. So Mark cut it up, and I added some onion, and next is some eggs. You need to get these in quickly and give them a stir. It may not look that pretty, but I know it's going to taste great. Sourdough toast. It's time to set up my desk. Do you think I'm just a little bit excited? I am, yes I am. It's a little tricky, and in case you like this desk and you're interested in one, I'll put a link in the description below the video, but it is sold out right now on my Amazon affiliate links, and the link I linked to is a cherry one where mine is gray, but they might come back in stock. But here's the thing I want you to remember. The one that I bought is electric. Yes, remember those words, electric lift on the desk, not pneumatic. That's very important because I almost ordered the wrong one from Amazon. Yeah, almost did. Anyway, we're going to take you through the setup and show you my new desk that allows me to stand up to work or sit down. Today's the day that I get my new desk set up, and this desk is looking a little bare, and Mark is moving things over there, trying to shut down the laptop here. So yeah, a lot of shifting to do. This is the emptiest my desk has been since I think I set this up. This table is what's been hiding underneath that grid cutting mat. And this was one of my very first pieces of furniture that I ever bought as a single woman in my 20s. And that's why I don't want to get rid of it. It does have a leaf in it, which we need to take out. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it for now, but I just thought I'd show you what was underneath it. We need to get this taken apart. One desk on, one desk to come in. And we have to have this rug because it covers the cable that goes to the corner for the internet. So that's why we have to have that rug there. We brought the tabletop in, turned it upside down, carried the legs in that Mark assembled in the garage. This is the motor part. And he has to get some screws into these 6 holes here and 6 holes there. And we hope it works. Clear? Still the TV clear?
Yes. I was looking to see that the power cord was sliding through down there.
That really goes up high for a tall person. I guess that's where it stops. That's a little bit tall. It's beyond belly up to the bar height, right? I'm not going to belly up to that bar. Keep me out of this.
That's above booby up to the bar.
Mark, you can't say that on YouTube.
I did.
I just lifted it all the way up, and it's only about 20 inches from the ceiling. I don't need to put it up that high. I'm good. Yeah, I need to lower it just a little bit. But we did a lot of work under here, and I know you probably can't see it very well, But there's a lot of cords. Mark got
Come
him.
around to the back side.
Yeah, Mark got him twisted up for me. While together we worked on it. But so many things involved when you've got all of this set up here. You never really see behind the scenes, but these are all my backup drives. These are 2 terabytes each. And I have some here and even more, and more terabytes back here. So everything that I save isn't saved to my laptop. It's saved to a terabyte drive. 2 terabyte. Yeah, Samsung. Love those things. Something else you never see is underneath my desk, I have this rocker. And this helps me flex my feet and my ankles and my legs when I'm working for hours at a time. It's pretty cool. So keep your eyes open for one of these at a garage sale. I bet you'll find one. I love this thing. The desk is set up. Everything's plugged in. As I said, it's 6 inches less deep than it was before, but we made it work. I have it at the lowest position right now, which does mean my chair is higher than a normal chair. Keep that in mind. Even at the lowest, you need a higher chair, a drafting type chair. But I'm pretty happy with it. I just have the rest of the room over here to clean up. It's time. It's time to talk about my buyer who wanted to return the item and get refunded before it was actually returned. But I got to tell you something. It was my fault. Yeah, I made a mistake, and I'm not too proud to admit it. I shipped the wrong item. I know, I got things in place to prevent that from happening, but it happened. Okay, it happened. Whew. Hate that when that happens. It wasn't 2 eBay sales. It was between Mercari and eBay. And I packed both shirts at the same time, and I always put the label on when I'm out in the kitchen, and I just grabbed the wrong bag, and it was the wrong bag for the Mercari label. So that's how it started. I'm going to share with you the twists and turns of this return because you probably will experience this at some time on eBay. It's really strange how things played out, but I thought it was worth sharing with you. And do know that we're going to have a little fun with the storytelling because otherwise it might just be a boring story. So we're going to have a little fun with it. And do know that I do accept full responsibility for my mistake. And I do understand the buyer being upset. I would be upset too, especially if it was a gift. But it happened. And if you don't laugh, you cry. So we're going to have a little laugh with it. Maybe. Keep watching. I'll show you. And you're going to see my microphone in the corner here while I do this. I'm going to try to keep my part short and sweet, my responses to the buyer. I'm going to refer to the eBay buyer as Serena. That's not her name, but that's the name I'm going to use. And as soon as she paid for it, she sent me a message, please ship as soon as possible. We are on 3-day handling. So I wrote back to her. Per eBay, we need to ship by December 12th, but we'll take it to the post office tomorrow. Serena ordered an Arizona jean snowboarder boys thermal tee, and the Mercari buyer, who I'll call Josh, ordered a women's Tommy Hilfiger blouse. And this is how it played out. For Serena, word for word. Serena sent a message that goes like this.
You sent me the wrong shirt. This is not what I purchased. Extremely disappointed. Please make this right. This was supposed to be a Christmas gift.
I am so sorry for my error. I will immediately send a return label. As to your shirt, it accidentally went to another buyer on a different platform. The other buyer already accepted the shirt and may not respond. Please look for the return label. I am sincerely sorry. It occurred on a very busy shipping day, and although I have procedures in place to prevent that, a label mix-up happened. Thank you, and again, I am so sorry. And this is so strange. He left feedback before opening the package, and I messaged him immediately and explained the situation, and he was really chill about it. He said, and please, no worries, we are all humans who make mistakes. I'll just keep looking out for it. What he was looking out for was a message from Mercari Help on how to return it. But that didn't happen.
I'm extremely disappointed with this purchase, and I don't know that accidents happened, but being that it's Christmas, I haven't had a chance to go to the post office to drop the item off due to extremely long lines and me working nights. It's a huge inconvenience for me.
Just wanted to make you aware. I hope that once it's shipped out, I get immediate refund.
I understand the inconvenience, and I am sincerely sorry. However, I cannot refund until I receive the shirt back. I have contacted the other buyer, but I haven't heard anything. Thank you. I sent off another short message to Serena that said, one more thing, since you have the return label, secure it in place of the original label. The package should fit into a mailbox if you have one. Thank you.
I haven't been able to get this item in the mail due to the holidays, and we are currently out of town until the 2nd, which I intend to get it sent back as soon as we return. I got a message that eBay may close my return request if I don't get it in the mail by the 30th, but we're currently out of town and will not return until the 2nd. Due to the misship, I'm sure this will not cause any issues and you will honor this return, but wanted to keep communication open to ensure that everything goes smoothly. Really wish you didn't send the wrong item, as it was supposed to be a gift for our trip. I appreciate your understanding.
On my end, it says you have until January 6th. With that said, my hope was to get both items back and then send them to each of you, at my expense of course. However, the other buyer left feedback before opening the package, and now he's unable to open a return. Thus, I'm not able to get the Arizona shirt back. Again, I want to apologize. If you look at my feedback, this type of error on my part doesn't happen at the busiest time of year. I made a mistake, and I'm sorry, but I can't get your shirt back for you. As to returning the blouse, it never meant a trip to the post office. Printing the prepaid label that was sent to you only required to put the label on the package and put it in your mailbox. Just saying. I suggest you mail no later than January 5th to ensure the tracking gets updated in the system. Although I'm unable to get the shirt back for you, as I had hoped, I am hoping at least to eventually get the blouse that you received back to the correct buyer. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. She was actually holding up someone else's item when all she had to do was put it in her mailbox. She has a mailbox. I googled her address, so yeah, she has a mailbox right in front of her house.
I do understand things happen, and all I wanted to do was return the item and get my money back. I will keep you posted as soon as it's shipped out, and I did read reviews prior to purchase. No worries. Wanted to let you know that the item was dropped off today. We should see a tracking update by tomorrow.
I decided to remind her one more time that the case is closed, the return case is closed when the item is actually received, and to please note that it can take a few days for the refund to process to her account. And then I asked if she used the return label that was sent to her. Do you know that we don't get to see that return label? We don't get the tracking number. I don't know why we can't get the tracking number, but I had nothing to follow the package from her to us. Nothing. And then I sent her a copy of a message I got from eBay earlier about the return that just said, wait till you get the item back, inspect it, and refund within 2 days. So I'm trying to validate to her that I'm being told to wait for the item to come back before I refund.
The case was closed and the item was shipped out to you? I expect you to give me a refund. Yes, I used the return label you provided, and now that the case is closed, I'm unable to see the tracking number. I'm furious that this has happened, and I would like it resolved ASAP. The case is now closed. We reviewed this case and have closed it without any refund to the buyer. The case will not affect your seller performance. Any feedback left for the transaction will be removed. The buyer did not return the item to you within the required time frame, and any feedback left for this transaction will be removed.
I just got the message that eBay closed the case because it wasn't returned in time. I gave you the date that they gave me to return it by. I don't know why they gave us different dates. I'm not sure how to handle this. I don't know if the refund option is even available. At this stage, I just need to wait for the item to come back and see what options I have. You're welcome to call eBay regarding the return date. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this please refer to my last message where I suggested you contact eBay regarding the return date.
I've been in communication with you since day one. It was a mistake on your end, and it said that you contacted them, and my case was closed. So please tell me how you expect to resolve this issue, because I will be calling eBay.
Good. Thank you.
I just got off the phone with them, and the case is under review. Why would you contact eBay if I told you that I had shipped the item back? Please see attached.
I didn't contact eBay. It must have been something automatic set up with my returns that I didn't even remember I had set up. Apparently they gave us separate return by dates.
Your funds are on hold until this case is resolved. We previously contacted you about a case that Serena has asked eBay customer service to review and make a final decision. Until the case is resolved, the case amount will be withheld from future payout. We decided in favor of the buyer and deducted funds from you. The buyer asked us to review the case again. After our review, we decided in their favor. We refunded the buyer $14.95 for their purchase and deducted this amount from your total funds. For more information on how you were charged, see the case details.
Okay, case closed. Easy come, easy go. Well, there's more to this story. Wait a minute. Under more info it says, you agreed to give the buyer a refund but didn't issue it. Wait a minute. This isn't true. eBay says that I agreed to give the buyer a refund but didn't issue it. That wasn't the case at all. I always told her I would refund her when I got the item back. eBay told me to wait until I got the item back to refund. This isn't right. I never like to call eBay. So I went on Facebook, eBay for Business on Facebook, and I messaged them. I got a prompt reply. When did eBay start issuing refunds for returned items that have not yet been received by the seller? You can pause here and read the rest of it if you'd like. I got a very prompt reply, and I just want you to know, for privacy's sake, I did not disclose any names in my communications. But they thought they were great questions and said they would check into it, so that was a positive response. And then I explained all the details. I did add that I do not appreciate the fact that eBay implied that I did not do my part of refunding, when of course I was going to refund. And I stated that many times in my messages, but I have not received the shirt back. Looking at all the details, it said it seems the return was closed in error. We have appealed that for you and returned the full amount to you. The case will not count on your seller performance. We hope this helps. Yes, eBay, thank you. It does help.
Here's the case outcome. Good news. We reviewed your case again and will refund $14.95 to you. We changed the outcome because the buyer didn't provide proof of delivery for the returned item. This case will not affect your seller performance.
Woohoo!
Case closed. We won.
The bottom line with Macari Help Center was there was nothing they could do. He had already left feedback. They had already paid out. They don't have anything that allows for a refund at that point. I got the shirt back. I'm going to mail it to the proper buyer, the Macari buyer. That's the best I can do in this situation. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something. And at the end of this video, I think I'm going to include a playlist for my tutorials because, you know, maybe you've missed some of them. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue, and Mark and I will see you soon. Be sure to subscribe.